So this video is just going to cover everything you need for a basic structure to the Asor ops. So not including making any units or anything, just the things you need in your map to make it functional for Asor. The first thing we need to do is install the composition. So if you go to your Arma 3 directory and go into the Asor mod, you'll see you've got compositions folder here, and you want to copy all these into your documents Arma 3 compositions folder. Copy them all in there. I've already got them there, but if you just copy all those folders into there, once you go into game, you'll find that if you go to compositions and then custom on the end here, it'll have them all there. You may need to restart your game. It might not work straight up like that. So you can see now we've got the QRF point. So this is probably the key thing to put in that gets the base of everything going. So if we're playing as Varkar, I can place the QRF point. You can see you've got your QRF point there, fully functional. I don't know what it does that. If you highlight it all and just alt grab it to the ground. So that's the QRF point with all the available vehicle selectors set up, and it's also got the facilities module to make PJs be able to heal people in that building. Asor settings module has all the default settings set already. The headless module and objectives module if you want to fill that out for your objectives. One thing to note with the Asor settings module, there is a debug mode. So if you have the description.ext already in your mission, enabling debug mode, we'll just turn that off. Just remember to turn it back on before you op. So the other thing the custom compositions give you is the squads themselves. So if I want to play as Varkar, I can spawn the entire units and then just delete what I don't want to use. So if I don't want to have Victory in or something for say, I can just delete those units out or whatever. Command team's already set up with the modules. The other thing I've added, and I'll add more as I go, is just a unit with Zeus for your mission testing. You can just chuck him down. Is whatever faction, but I'll make some more as we go. But yeah, you can just throw him down and you set him as player and test your missions, and then just delete him out later. He's got Zeus to check stuff out. Saves you moving around the actual Asor base units. So feel free to create your own stuff. So for instance, I've got the mobile HQ in there, and it also has the marker. So you can see it's named spawn point HQ. So it sets up the spawn point for the mission if we need to go back to the headquarters. But if you want to have more than a mobile headquarters, feel free to build stuff. There's map icons here, so you can set up all your different things, Raven, Victor, X-Ray, whatever, and build a base much like the FTX base, or something just a bit more simple in a building or something like that, rather than being a mobile tent base. But you can use this anywhere, plonk it in, it's good to go, good enough to start at, it's got gear selectors and whatever. So the last thing I just want to cover is the description.ext. So you need one of these in your mission folder. You'll have it in any template missions that are here. Or there might be just a description.ext, changes as we go. But anyway, just copy that description.ext, place it into your mission, and then you can edit it with Notepad or Notepad++, whatever you got. So open it up in Notepad, and then you can, the only thing you're really ever going to have to change is your name, your operation name, and then there's one setting at the moment for the vehicle selector and the gear selector, and that's the undercover for when we do undercover ops. And all you do is change the default here to undercover, and that'll enable all the civilian gear in the gear selector and civilian vehicles in the vehicle selector. And that's all we need to do. Save that, it's in your mission, good to go. Just be aware, if you want to test your mission, use the gear selector, use the vehicle selector, you need to have the description.ext in your mission for that stuff to work. So if I was to save this, let's go save as, for the naming of ops and saving them and exporting them. So I'd save this as Asor and use underscores, don't use spaces, creates crappy names with %20 and stuff. So Asor underscore op and then your op name. So, if it's sickle, my op and save. So that's saved to your my docs directory now, and that's when, the first time you save, it'll create the folder and you can copy in your description.ext if you want. I recommend doing the description.ext as the final thing when you want to test, unless you need a vehicle selector or something beforehand, but because it loads extra stuff. It loads civilians and all sorts of things. But like I said, you can disable that stuff with the debug mode. But you're best just leaving it out until you need it. Then once you've finished your mission, you're going to export it to the server. You need to export to multiplayer, and then that'll come up in your MP missions folder in your Arma directory. There's a direct link to it in Asor Sync 2, MP missions. You can see it's in your Arma folder, MP missions. So what do I call it? Sickle MyOp. There it is there. Now what I recommend doing is every time you export one, give it a version. So MyOp 1. And the reason why I'm saying do that is if you upload it to the server, test it, and then go, oh, there's a mistake in there, I'm going to export a version 2. So by just adding a version, you don't have any hassles when you need to upload multiple versions to the server. Thanks for watching. Good luck with your mission making.